We are live at Cugino's, hanging out in this beautiful, cool weather, and class is in session for Flock University. What's up, Flock? How you doing? I am joined by the head coach, the general manager of your undefeated Albany Firebirds, Professor Damon Ware, everybody. I'm Jeff Levack, but I'm unimportant on a day like today. Let's talk. I'm actually
dive in, huh?
I'm excited. I love being at Cugino's. He's doing smash burgers today. I see those things coming out in style and force, even meatball subs, pizza. You had some pie before we even got started.
I had a little bit of pizza. I was starving, and that will tide me over to the end of the show.
You're not a cheese guy, so that you like a pizza if you're eating it.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Pizza's not my number one choice, but every now and again, it's really good.
Well, they said it's not his number one choice unless he's at Cugino's. Come on now. All right, calm down, special delivery, Mike. You calm down. You over there stirring things up. Deliver a 12-pack over here. What are you doing? All right. I'm fired up. I love being here. Coach, I haven't really seen you since you got back from Michigan. The Firebirds do get it done as only the Birds can. Come on, what a big win. Go ahead, round of applause. 60-57, outshoot the Arsenal. What a game, and what was it about the Arsenal that made that one of the great classic games of the season so far?
I mean, it's just the teams in general. Everybody in this league's got really good players. The talent's just gone up, every single year. Michigan's a talented football team. Their record doesn't always show just how good they are. They've got a solid coaching staff. They've got a lot of veteran players. They've got some really good kids. But the game really came down. We were really shorthanded in the defensive backfield. Obviously, one of our defensive backs got thrown out of the game. And I really think that gave them all the momentum to keep it going. And again, they did the right things. They were challenging that position quite a bit throughout the night and were successful. But ultimately, it's all about getting the win at the end of the day, and we were able to come out with the W.
Absolutely. That is all that matters, is staying undefeated as long as humanly possible. And I like it. You guys are you're in today. I like it. They're fired up. This is good. Bye week couldn't come at a better time, though. You mentioned the secondary is pretty banged up. I don't want to call him out, but I got to call out Jones. Did you make him walk back from Michigan? I remember telling everybody, I'm like, I know Coach likes him, but does he like him enough to let him in the van?
Yeah, like I said, we had a couple uncomfortable conversations. Obviously, those things hurt, and I get it's a very emotional game. There was a lot of things going on in the game that was frustrating, but to throw a couple punches, obviously, that's not the way I coach. It's not the way that I ever want any of our players to act. And it was huge because we were really, doing everything that we wanted to do up to that point. And so the second that he went out, you saw just the momentum shift more towards their side. And again, arena football is more like a basketball game. And sometimes, like the Knicks did last night, late, you get a little run.
Oh, let's go Knicks.
If you get a run, you can sustain it for a while. And so they knew we were shorthanded for one, and then to lose one of the guys, we were already shorthanded, and we had to kind of by committee just get through the game. And so again, they did a great job as far as just playing us the way they should. But ultimately, like I said, getting the W was the most important thing. The bye week, hugely important. I request the hardest schedule in the league every single year. I think it builds character. It gets us ready for the playoffs. But we bit off a little more than we could chew this year. 4 road games, all long trips, and 2 home games. That's a pretty tough stretch. So getting to the bye week was huge. We were beat up a little bit. Obviously, our energies are a little bit down. Those last 2 trips caught up with us, obviously going to Washington and then battling out. And that's just the thing. Like they say, any given Saturday, any team can win. And so anytime that you don't play at your best or things kind of go wrong for you, so to speak, any team can sneak up and get you. So Michigan played a great game. Hats off to them. Really appreciated that game. That built a lot of character in us. Obviously, we had to get through the moments. We had to do a lot of things to maintain that win, and we were able to do that.
We're very, but yes, absolutely. Again, hard fought win, getting ready for the bye week. Is there any worry about the guys kind of looking ahead? Because when they are, I know that there's no such thing as a trap game in your world, but they know that they get a chance to take a break. They know they get to get their feet back under them, catch their wind, get healthy. Some of the guys came right back to the Capital Region. Some guys went home. Was anybody, packing the bag a little early, making sure they could get out and be on their way?
We really take it one game at a time. It's cliche, but we really do. We really lock into each opponent. Can that happen? A little bit of lethargic nature kind of set in right before a bye week. Yeah, especially when you're playing a team that's only had one win. It's easy to overlook them, but like I said, any given Saturday, any team can win. They've got a veteran quarterback, they've got a veteran coaching staff, so you got to be careful about those games. Trap game, no, but again, a couple things that go adversarially wrong. We got into a dogfight, but again, I love the way our team held it together, played every play to the last second, and that was what was needed to win the game. And the name of the game is win. I think that you can get spoiled and want every game to be won by a huge margin, but this is arena football. The games are supposed to be close. There's supposed to be some really tough decisions that you got to make at the end of both halves to maintain a win. And so we were able to make just a few more adjustments than they were, and ultimately get the win. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. You just got to win, and that's the whole point. Is there going to be a couple games where it's tough? Last year we had Salina that snuck up on us and took us down to the wire. You're going to get those games because this is professional football. Everybody's good. It's not like we're playing a varsity versus a JV team. It's not like that. Every single team is loaded with really good players. And they came to play, and you got to understand this is something that we talk about every week, is sustaining those moments, because we know everybody gets up to play us. When you're at the top of the mountain, it's not hard for teams to use you as the barometer of success. And so if you just let down for a little bit, those teams will creep up. And we talk about that every pregame is, what we want to do is withstand that really, really tough run that every team's going to give for about 2 quarters. And I tell them, if you could just stand in the face of adversity, you could stand toe-to-toe, you can keep the energy levels high, and we could just get to halftime. Once we get to halftime, we'll make the adjustments that we need to make, and we'll go ahead and win the game. And so, like I said, hats off to them. They played us well 4 quarters. We haven't had a team that played us that hard for 4 quarters in a while. And so, it was good for us, and we need those moments, obviously, when it comes to playoff time and those type of things. All these games that have adversity in them, those will help us prepare for those moments.
We are live at Cugino's for Flock University, and Jen, I think she's trying to get you in trouble. I don't know if there's a political way to answer this, and if you can't, I will jump in, because, well, who cares if I get in trouble? She wants to know why the other player didn't get ejected when Jones did get ejected from the game.
All right, let me think about
clearly
this.
Clearly, people want that. Yeah. Please be careful on this one.
Like I said,
you'll get ejected too.
I'm never tried to be critical of any other professional. I mean, it's do I go into a game and think that somebody's not trying to do a great job? No, I don't. But through the course of that game, it was just a little bit of chippiness, let's say, after the plays. And it's something that I talked about from about 3 or 4 plays in throughout the course of the game, and to no avail. And so for me, that's frustrating. And that game was very frustrating. Obviously, I never want my player to throw punches, but I sent the clip into the league, and you clearly see that their player threw a haymaker, which started it. And so that's kind of frustrating. I just think, for me, if they would have both got thrown out of the game, I'd have been perfectly happy with that. If not, you offset them. They both threw punches. You want to offset it? I'd be okay with that as well. But to let one get in trouble and not the other just didn't make any sense to me. And, that's something that our head of officials will have to look at that film and kind of figure out. I just think there's some things in that game that I think could been handled a little bit better. Like I said, I appreciate our officials. They do a great job for the most part, but definitely we need we just need accountability across the board. And the ref that made the call against our player was standing right there. And that's what made it a little frustrating for me is how did you see one without the other? And so a little bit of frustration on my part. I'll deal with that, obviously, with the league and the head of officials. But ultimately, you know, I respect the officials wholeheartedly, but things like that do rub me a little bit wrong. And so I will I'll just say that both of them should have been penalized, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, we're live at Cugino's. It is the bye week. What does the bye week look like for Professor Damon Ware?
Well needed. I cannot lie. I was I was burned out too. So
I've never got a clap for a vacation before. I'm going to Disney in August. I'll take it. I'll take it.
But yeah, like I said, it's, you know, we've had a tough schedule. So going cross country, going Houston, Portland, Seattle, back to back, huge. Come back for a home game. And again, I think people understand just, again, for us, for the big games, we're always going to be ready for those. And so I think, you know, especially playing at home, it's a special place, and we'll always play really, really good at home. But, you know, for me, like I said, it's going four road games out of 6 is tough. I cannot lie. You know, on the way back from Michigan, I was, thank God that we have a bye week. Like I said, so Monday, woke up at my normal time. I literally forced myself. I stayed in bed until 4:00 in the afternoon. I needed it.
Nice.
You know, I was just like, I'm not, other than go to the bathroom, I'm not getting up for anything else. I watched movies all day and just did not move and did as little as possible. Jumped up, cut the lawn on my new tractor, which was fun. It was therapeutic. You know, Tuesday, like I said, I worked on the house a little bit. A lot of stuff I got to catch up on. You know, got the honey-do list that needs to get done. Obviously, I've been so busy since buying this new house. I really haven't had a chance to do a lot of the things that I wanted to do. So I got to do a lot of that on Tuesday. Just spend some time with the dog, spend some time with the family. So it's been good. Then today, obviously, had a couple of meetings I had to go to. But ultimately, yeah, I'm going to take these next couple of days, probably get a round of golf in, hopefully spend a little bit more time with the family, do a little bit more stuff around the house, and then recharge the battery, get ready. Sunday, the guys will come back, and then we're right back at practice on Monday morning. So not a ton of time to really do a whole lot, but enough just to recharge the battery and get ready for the second half of the season.
Nani has entered the chat. Didn't last a week, more like by Wednesday and then back to work. She also has referenced the smash burgers here a couple times, so I think that might be the way to keep that. Just bring a couple of those home, and everything will be all right.
All right, pizza and smash burgers. Gotcha.
When do you start working on Oceanside?
You know, we're always way ahead of that. So we've already spent some time on Oceanside. So leading into the Michigan week, we were already kind of ahead of the game there. So like I said, I will finish that off over the weekend, just kind of get that dialed in and just be ready to go by Monday morning.
Very cool. Very cool. Getting very excited about Oceanside, another new team to the league. And I think as I look at what we've seen come into the AF1 this year, obviously a bit of a different league, even though obviously Albany, Nashville, you know, Washington, who am I forgetting? Oregon. I know why I forgot you. You stat guy and I got into a fight this weekend. Just kidding. You did a great job towards the end.
Towards the end.
It was but these new teams that have come in, like, you know, you just played Michigan. Michigan, you know, Coach Leota's, he's been around for a long time. He knows what he's doing. But all these teams that have come in, Minnesota's a champ. Beaumont's a champ. You know, you've had a chance to play most of the new teams. What do you make of the level of competition of these new teams as they come into the AF1?
I mean, it's rising. All of these teams have some good players. Oceanside has some really good players as well. And that's the fun part is there's really no team that's bare of talent. And, you know, all of these teams can win on any given day. And that's, you just got to be ready for it. And so I just love the fact that we're really keeping a lot of the really good talent in the country, you know, right here in the league. We've been very, very competitive. You look at the scores of the games. The scores of the games have been close all the way through the season, which is also just having that parity and having, these games be fun and exciting for the crowd. I think all of those things are wonderful from the league level standpoint. But, at the end of the day, I just appreciate a lot of these. You take a look at Michigan. Other than their scoreboard's a little bit low, their field was phenomenal. That field was gorgeous. Their setup was nice. Their arena's not a bad seat in the house. I really, have zero problem playing there. I think it's going to be a great venue to visit every single year. So I'm just real happy. What George is doing up there is just phenomenal, and that's only going to grow and get better as well. And again, getting a little momentum off of us is going to help them out as well. Beaumont, their field was beautiful as well. And that's just the standard. Washington upgrading their field, I know at some point we're going to order a new field as well. And just the presentation of our game is getting better. So all of the good people that are working hard, for the AF1, just, from top down, our leadership, our commissioner and Jeff Fisher, just everybody's working so hard to build this thing up to be a really, really powerful league in the, in the future. And so I can appreciate that greatly. All the new teams have new fields, which is awesome. I won't be able to see Oceanside's field because they're only playing here, but all of those stadiums look really, really good on film. And I'm, again, you tie in the new camera systems that we've got across the league. It's just, Kentucky's got a new field. It's all of these presentations are just getting better and better. And so couldn't be more proud of the league of just, the vetting that they've done to put these owners in place of these teams. I'm just really excited for what the future holds and what expansion will look like in the future. But we're here to stay. And again, we're starting to become the destination for the best players in the country.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I saw Minnesota's field on a call today. It looks pretty good too. It's really awesome. I know some people are. I see Jen again. Jen wants to fight me. I think Jen Labalda wants to fight me. Our turf got a glow up this week. It's been getting work done on it. So our turf is getting. It got a lot of coin being spent on our turf this week. So be ready to appreciate it just like you did in the beginning. It's going to be great. I always love the people like, so Jen just wrote, we need new turf. Jen, I'm taking donations.
Right.
I love when people say something like 100% would love, I think we should get new turf every week. Like, I think we should have new turf and then donate it and get new turf the next week and then donate and then get just new turf every home game. You want the best players in the country. You want the best coach in the country. You want the best turf in the country. We will get them all for you.
Pack the house.
But yeah, you got to pack the house. And also just remember, you have the best coach and the best players in the country. And it's not even close. And you mentioned our jumbotron, our scoreboard is high enough that you can kick straight across the field.
Ooh, we're gonna talk kickers. Ooh, hot topic.
I do.
I have a whole lot to say about this topic.
I do want to talk kickers. I see you, Klugo.
Let's bring that topic.
But,
Go ahead.
I do. I want to give
please.
Evan Bird some love because I think what he did, considering the fact that you're not able to kick the normal lines you would kick anywhere else. Like I was watching him bury it from the 50 at Union this week. Like he can bury, he can get after, he can put the foot into it, but you can't do that when you're going to kick it directly into the scoreboard each time. There's strategy that goes into it. So for those of you who don't like Mr. Bird yet,
oh, but let's talk about that. That's a great topic to get to tonight. God, I'm surprised that this hasn't come up. Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. Tim, donations, Venmo at Jeff-Levack. That's
right.
I'll make sure they find the right place. Right. Don't worry.
No, here's my thing. Yes, the scoreboard was low, and yes, it was. Got to understand a new kicker into a system, low scoreboard. We were really in pregame trying to figure some things out. That's not ideal for anybody. I told our kicker, I'm not going to evaluate you on this game, but I will evaluate you on the game at home the following, game. So, like I said, I'm not a social media guy, and everybody that's close to me, I just don't like social media because
that's Ben's job.
There's not a lot of accountability to it. you can pretty much say anything and start anything, and there's nobody that's policing it. So I had got some texts, and it was referencing, whatever goes on in the Flock Nation, which, like I said, I jump in there every now and again just to see, but, and just kind of going through the posts. And like I said, there's a lot of, hey, your kicker's not very good, for lack of better words, and this and that. And I'm going through that, and I think about the kids that see that stuff. And so this is the only reason why I get into that. So did he have a perfect game? No. Did he know he didn't have a perfect game? Absolutely. He rode with me, so he had to hear me the whole way. So we talked about those things as to what the standard is for me. For me as a coach, I just don't like seeing that in an open format where I knew the kid had liked some of the posts, so I know he's in there reading it. For me, would I want to go to work, take football out of it, you go to work at whatever company you're at, somebody films you all day, and then a bunch of other people tell you that you suck at your job.
Let's say radio.
So, like I said, I'm for, hey, free speech, say whatever you want. I'm not, this isn't to dispute any of that. But it's here's a kid, he's busting his butt, he's trying to do the best job that he can. He's in a new situation, a lot of changes, all of these things, the expectations rose, all those things are happening. I don't know. I just wouldn't want to be, if that was me, get on the social media after the game and see those type of comments. And that's just me. Again, I'm like a dad to all these kids because I spend so much time with them. But then, like I said, I seen another game where the kicker was even worse than our kicker, and I didn't see anybody say a word about that. And I just was kind of curious why we're critical against our own team, but not against these other guys. That threw me off a little bit too. Some of you, may have seen I laughed a little bit in the group. But there was other people that really had a terrible game. It was worse than ours, and nobody said anything. And I just thought that was a little bit odd. So anybody can have a bad day. Anybody, but I have to say this because I said it to our kicker before the game. Every single kicker that's played here since I've been here has been number one in the league by a huge margin. And so you can do one of two things. You can put it like all these people are so great, or you can understand the situation. This is a team game. It requires all of us to be good, for each individual on the team to be good, including myself. It takes all of us. At the end of the day, we are really good from kickers because we have had the best offense in the country for the last 6 years. So when we start to gauge all this other stuff, all I need our kicker to do is to kick extra points, kick the ball off the net, and then make an occasional deuce. The reason our kickers get so many chances, think of some places where they get 2 or 3 times to kick a deuce per game. Here you get like 10. So think of the difference of playing here and being a kicker and playing somewhere else. And so I told our kicker before the game, if you come here and you kick extra points, you kick off the net, you kick occasional deuce, you'll be number one in the league by a huge margin, like every single kicker that's been here the last 6 years. And that's all you got to do is do your job. I love it. Bill Belichick coined that. Just do your job. And that's all we want our kickers to do. Just do your job. I don't kick a lot of field goals. I don't do a lot with that. But I do expect you to do some little small things. That's kick your extra points, be 100%, and kick off the net so we have a chance to make some of those plays. And if you can make an occasional deuce, you're going to be high up in my book as doing your job very, very well. So at the end of the day, like I said, we got to give this kid a chance. There's so many leagues playing right now, just in recruiting period. It's tough out there. It's taking me way longer to replace a couple players than previously because there's so many new leagues that have popped up, so many things going on, and so much competition out there. So at the end of the day, we're going to find the right guy that's going to do the job. Our expectations are through the roof. As I've told you many times, my expectations are super, super high. They will not change. But for a kid to have his first game and play in some adverse situations, I wouldn't say that he had is a terrible kicker because of that one game. That scoreboard is considerably lower, and trying to drive ball kick, not every kicker has that in their toolbox. And so, like I said, at the end of the day, I obviously he had a incredibly, powerful leg. His leg easily would have hit the net almost every single time, except for some of the ones that he mishit a little bit. So, and that was just trying to drive the ball underneath that scoreboard. So I'm not hurt. I'm not mad. I'm not, disappointed in him. He will be able to kick in our arena coming up after the bye week. Now that game, because we have such a wonderful arena, obviously my expectations will be a little bit higher on that. So, I want him to kick freely, not be, again, worried about his job. I want him just to come and work. He's working right now. His legs are a little fresher than some of ours. He wasn't around through all the trips. So he's doing some kicking over the bye week. We'll get that stuff dialed in, but getting him in our arena is going to be a huge upgrade, obviously, for what he needs to do. And I think he'll do a very fine job, obviously, coming up against Oceanside.
And obviously, listen, I don't know if you got a chance to see this because you've been working and everything, but the Giants just did this town hall, and I thought that was amazing. I was like, oh my God, they're taking the time to interact with their number one fans and all that stuff. I thought it was great. And I was like, how do we do that? Oh, we do it every Wednesday. we do it every Wednesday. And our guys, they come to Cugino's and they get dinner, and they meet you over at Hooters and they get dinner, whether you like it or not, Nani. So it's like,
oh, see, there you go. Lou, how many smash burgers and
I know. I just got you another smash burger. But that's why I joke with Klubo because I love those guys. Like the flock is family.
Absolutely.
So when you guys go on the keyboard, I'm like, I ain't gonna go on the keyboard. I'm gonna come see you. We're gonna talk. Well, I never heard him. I didn't know he could talk because you're always talking. So now he's typing, and right. I'm like, what happened? I thought you were typing. I thought you got into his computer. But Nani, I heard that. I love you, Nani. You know that. Smash job. The incredible Nani.
Oh Lord.
I gotta tell you, man. Coach Ware, toughest dude I know. I'd have one eye open. She's beautiful, nice woman, but man, when she mad, she real mad. Yeah. So we love our squad, but I saw Chris Ray say it, and I say it all the time. And Where we trust. We made a decision. You and I made a decision, maybe not the first head coach we worked with, but we wanted to be a high road organization. So high road's hard because I can't tell you everything. He can't tell you everything unless you come for one of his boys. Then he's going to tell you whatever he has to tell you. But being a high road organization, we can't always explain why a relationship's ours because that would be wrong. That would be the wrong thing to do. It's at the end of the day, football is a business, and business decisions are made, and they don't always work out for everyone. But we're undefeated. We haven't lost since 2024. I'm a Raiders fan, man. You give me an undefeated season, I will trip Max Crosby, and I love that dude. I will trip him. I will. If I had to sell my soul, I'd be, there you go, and then I would drop underneath him and hope I broke his fall. That was almost like the Kevin Hart roast right there. That felt. I took a turn,
right,
Coach. I took a turn. Speaking of falling and everything, how are we health wise? What are we looking at when we get back from the bye week?
Yeah, this bye week came at a great time. Everybody, I know David sent me a message. Let me remember. He goes down the whole list of the IR and those guys. So he wanted me to give a shot on that stuff. So IR wise, obviously Kyle Chandler and Trey Wortham are gone for the season, Dave. So they have that date on there because that's the original.
We got to answer right to Dave.
Yeah. No, Dave is a passionate guy about the roster. So I want to make sure he understands that I do address his questions. So Trey and Kyle are obviously done for the season. Jacoby Thomas was obviously put on the PUP list. He'll go on season ending. He finally had a surgery on the ankle that wasn't healing correctly. So, again, he'll go on the season ending as well. Who else was on the list? I think Justin is still on the list. Justin's not a physical impairment. It was obviously a health with a family member. So I won't put that stuff out, but that is what that was. If everything works itself out, obviously he can return to us. So that's something for sure. And I think that's everybody that's on our list of inactives. Everybody else still going to make a couple changes. I'm not 100% satisfied where we are. I'm about 85-90% satisfied with where our roster is, but we obviously need to add a little bit of depth in the secondary. So I will talk about those guys as I get them in before Sunday. So next week's show, obviously, I'll have a couple of roster adjustments that we'll make. So there'll be a couple of roster adjustments that we'll make. But I'm 85-90%. We've got a wonderful team ready to compete for a championship, but just need a couple more pieces, obviously, to give us some depth at some positions. So we'll get through those things. Obviously, again, being at 3 home games obviously allows us to practice us a little bit more and those type of things being home. So we'll get these new guys up to speed. We'll get them in some games coming up, and we'll see what we got. But we've got a little bit of time, obviously, to fine tune the roster. We have a really, really good football team, and we just need to make a couple tweaks, and we'll be ready to go. So,
very cool. I've seen Mother Flocker, Lori, they're all asking, how's Thick Six? How's Brandon Nicholson doing?
Thick Six. That's just a wild name.
He likes it. He likes it. I checked with him. He did.
Okay, as long as he likes it. Like I said, with Brandon, he will be seeing our team doctor. We don't think it's too serious. Obviously, it was non-contact, so you've always got to be a little bit worried about non-contact stuff. But he was walking around the next day, and so that was encouraging. So we'll get our team doctor to take a look at him and go through his testing and all that, and then we'll figure it out from there. So I should get a report by the end of the week what we're looking at with him. But hope we don't lose him. He's just again, he's playing at a really, really high level right now, and he's been the surprise over the last couple of years of just how well he catches the ball and can do things at the tight end position. So super sad to have seen him gone down, but his spirits were high, obviously coming back, and he was walking. So that was all that was good, and so we'll get him tested out and figure what's going on. So.
Very good. He talks less than Klugo. Stephanie wants to know Stephanie wants to know how Prince is doing. Is Prince gonna get back on the field?
Yeah. Time is again, when you're a little beat up and have some things, obviously time is your best friend. So having him out the last couple games plus the bye week, he'll be ready to be at all cylinders coming up for the Oceanside game. So we'll be excited to get him back on the field as well. Speaking of which, there he is. Prince in the house. Ask and you shall receive.
Everybody want to know if you're going to be back on the field. Prince is in the house. He's at Cugino's. We're live at Cugino's for Flock University. The Professor Damon Ware. My name is Jeff Levack. I am Modus. Coach, so that's how we're doing. You're going to let us know about the secondary, how that's going. I mean, there's for everybody who I'm just seeing all of a sudden the people who didn't make it here are like, oh crap, Prince is there too. Like, well, we're not good enough. Like, it's got to be Prince for you to show up. What else is going on? Any other news that we need to address? I mean, I know again it's a bye week. I don't want to take too much out of you. I know you got to get a smash burger back to Nani so she doesn't kill me.
No, just like I said, just trying to get out there in the community. Did a very fun event at Department of Recreation. They've been a phenomenal sponsor of ours as well. So did some after school program stuff. I think Ben just posted that up today. Just stuff that we're trying to do. We've got some other good community events they're going to be a part of. That's the one thing about us is it is absolutely mandatory for these young men to come in here and be a part of the community, which you see, obviously, they do a phenomenal job of. You see Prince over here.
There he is.
Sir. So again, it's
I just wish I wish he would come out of his shell. He's a shy guy. He's awesome. We love having Prince around.
But that's what it's all about. It's not just football. It's the full character. It's getting out of your comfort zone. It's getting to do a lot of stuff. We've still got quite a few good events coming up out in the community. So you'll just keep seeing us out there. We'll keep trying to touch as many lives as we can, and hopefully we'll get some more people in the seats coming up in this 3-game homestand.
Absolutely, yeah, we got to do that. I mean, it's a great stretch. I've been doing the calculations, and you never know what game you're going to be at that could be like a lockup for more games, if you know what I'm saying. So definitely want to be there, support the guys, make sure we have everything they need. And Coach, obviously, it's it's funny to me because I always hear about what every other team does in the community, and I'm like, wait, we do that. We're just, but it's who we are. It's because you guys, I mean, adopt a player and everything you guys do. We want to be in the community. We want Spike out there. We want Sam out of the office, way out of the office.
Sam's my guy.
Way out of it. You ate regular, but you ate a regular calzone. That's
okay. Hey, he's still that thing was big.
Sam's so skinny you can watch him digest it. It's like a snake swallowing a chicken. It's like it's big. Benny Ice is here. We got our guy Benny Ice. Everybody, Benny. Everybody, be nice to Ben. Soder's here. Zach's here. We got our officers here. That's hanging out. Everybody's hanging out with it. Let's do questions from the floor. I saw our guy Casey, the one who used to run the Lions. He told me that I should go to Disney in the winter, not in the summer. No, because I'm fat. I'm uncomfortable. I sweat all the time. There's no difference. Like, that's good. I like it. Less people. I break out in full sweat. Everybody's like, man, did you go to the gym? I was like, no, I tied my shoes. Like, this is nothing for me. I'm ready. Like, if it makes everybody else uncomfortable, now we're at level playing field. This is where I'm at.
Okay.
There's a strategy to it.
I see it.
Any questions from the flock here at Cugino's today? Of course, always make sure you check out Cugino's. The breakfast sandwiches are top notch. He's best pizza you're going to have in this area for sure. And how far would you rank yourself as the best pizza place, Lou? You're number one because I mean,
duh.
Listen, sometimes he gets a little shy. But the breakfast sandwiches might be better than the pizza. I'm gonna be honest with you. The breakfast might be better than the pizza, and that's saying something because the pizza is phenomenal. The smash burgers. How are the smash burgers? Yeah, look, everybody loving it. Nani has said smash Jeff like 50 times. I enjoyed not being on the IR for a little bit. I mean,
bye week good for you too, huh?
I'm biased and go bye. I'm not getting hurt. I'm not gonna do this. Denise said the buffalo chicken salad is amazing here at Cugino. So I love all the food here. If you're ever in the area, come grab the food. Make sure you check it out. Always take care of Lou because this is who feeds the guys after the games. This is who feed the guys on Thursday nights. This is the community. That's why we go to these places and hang out. All right, looking for anybody who got questions from the flock here in attendance. What do you got, sir? Yep. Why have the decal on the helmets changed? No.
Like I said, you always want to throw a little twist onto it. There are some things that are nostalgic. There's some things obviously that needed a little bit of an upgrade. Like I said, we look at it every year. What's best for right now, and we've got a phenomenal design team that helps with our logos and stuff. So it's kind of a throwback to the original. No, it's and I know I can tell you're a pot stirrer. I can tell you, like, is there a trademark issue? There's no trademark issue. We own the trademarks. We're good. Everything's okay. I love it. You guys everybody over here, like, what is it trademark? Did you step on a crack, break your mother's back? What happened? You can tell us. Tell us the dirty stuff. Hey, easy. Wow, both Lisa's doing a tap dance over there. It's just we're always improving, always getting better, looking for things that work with what we're doing. And if you're not improving, you're getting worse. So always making changes. And I have no part in any of the designs anymore, so I think they stink. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love them all. Tommy Gross is getting the gray jersey. He told me he's got one coming. So, all right. Any other questions here from the flock? Who has 1,000 subscribers? No, the Firebirds YouTube. Is that what? Yeah, the Firebirds YouTube hit 1,000 subscribers. Very good. Father Flocker asked if there's a band playing at the block party. That is a Matt Woods question. Feel free to call Matt Woods at the Firebirds office. That's no longer. That's not a modus. That's not the other stuff. That's the main stuff. That's President Woods. And you meet with him once a week. Ask him. Leave me alone. How dare you? Any other questions here at Cugino's from the flock? By the way, Lou, biggest comment I've ever seen. Nani would like you to teach her how to make pizza. He said, "Come on in, Nani. Look at that. Her pizza's pretty awesome too."
Yeah,
so
that's a compliment to have.
Let's do it.
All right. Looking for any other. People are saying Dave Williams is going to play at the block party. Anybody else picturing it? Anybody? Just me? I think you would just read the roster. I think we just and Dwayne Brown is number 3, and Sam Cashnova is number 2, but Damon Ware's number 1. All right, no more questions. Because if there's no more questions, I'm gonna go eat. I'm ready. All right, we are live here at Cugino's. Round of applause for our guy Lou. He's always a great host. So takes great care of us. Takes great care of them guys. Cugino's, come by, check it out. They always got great food for it. Again, if you haven't tried the breakfast sandwiches, changes your morning routine. When I come to the arena, I loop now. I loop around a little bit. Sam, I'm not talking to you anymore. Somebody tell Napoleon Dynamite to go back to work. All right, what are you doing? Round of applause for the flock, but not Sam.
Oh no, what's going on over here?
Oh God. He is the professor, the general manager, the head coach of your undefeated Albany Firebirds. Damon Ware, everybody. I am Modus. I am Jeff Levack.
Hey,
it's smattering.
Ever since you changed titles, you know what? That's boosted your fandom.
That's because they get to swear when they say it.
Right.
They like it. They like it. If you say it the right way, it's not stuff. It's manager of all the other stuff. We'll just stay with that for here because I don't want Sam learning a bad word. And his mom will call me. That'd be a problem. All right, everybody. You know we cannot end a single class of Flock University without those 2 simple words. 1, 2, 3. Flock you.